Alright. Welcome to part 5 of the Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword playthrough. So we're basically done with the tutorial section of the game. We got our knight garb, we got our sword, we got our shield. What else? We got a potion, because hooray for potions. Those are fun. We know how to fly our Loftwing, so that's good. And we've opened up a hole to the surface. Ooh. That's the big mysterious place about the whole game, because basically the context of everyone on the island, all they've known is Skyloft. That's pretty much all they've known throughout their life, and the fact about the surface has really just been a myth to all these people. They don't think that there's anything beyond the clouds, and so that's why you got to stay careful by don't fall off the freaking land. Otherwise, someone has to come and save you, and that's annoying, right? But basically, now that we've got ancient tablets to help us find places of the surface to go to, yeah, here's your map right here that shows you all the floating islands and everything. But glowing stuff like that green thing.
The old game.
Huh?
Oh, sorry.
No, continue.
I was about to say, it looks like a fucking original Legend of Zelda got remastered to look like Skyward Sword for a second.
Oh, really? Well, I guess I haven't really noticed like the grid basedness of the fine print. I never noticed that the map was on graph paper.
It's a map on graph.
Yeah.
Graph the map.
Whee!
Jump in the hole. I don't think that's the only hole Link wants to jump into.
That's basically, yo, they're kids. Calm down, son. But here we go.
Oh, wait, I didn't know that. Ignore what I just said.
We had a discussion about this, but you weren't here. We discovered that, at least this iteration of Link and Zelda, they're roughly 17.
Ah, yeah, shut up about that, River.
Oh, man. So here we go. So,
I mean, isn't like the like age of consent in Japan a lot lower than in the States?
hey, you gotta respect their culture.
You're on to something. Let's look this up.
It doesn't matter if a country's
Discord mods be like, wait a minute.
It doesn't matter.
It's for lore. It's for lore.
It doesn't matter if the age of consent is 8.
But fucking Zelda and Nintendo shit generally is in Japan. So.
The age of consent is 13 in Japan.
What?
That's what it says.
It's fucking bad.
Yeah.
No.
I'm not saying
But hey, no, you gotta
giving an opinion on it. It's what the internet said.
You gotta respect their culture.
13's a lot lower than I thought it would be.
I'm all for respecting cultures,
It used to be 16.
Why the fuck did they lower it to 13? Why did they not raise it?
I'm being sarcastic about respecting other cultures. You can see the problem with that.
Wait, yeah. The lowest age of consent in the world, 14, but this says 13.
I'm all for respecting cultures.
Can a 30-year-old date a 13-year-old? All right, I'm not gonna look at that.
Yeah, I think don't go down that rabbit. Don't go down that rabbit hole.
You're gonna get on a list. You're gonna end up on a list if you go down that rabbit hole.
I was just reading articles.
It always starts.
Personal opinion.
It always starts out.
Starts.
It always starts out with reading articles.
It's just an article.
Hey, let's talk about the game for a second so we can awkwardly transition.
Let's change course a little bit.
So that little section of enemies right there might have been a lot of people's first hurdle during this. Because, the tutorial section, nice, calm, tame, nothing really of any danger. But once you got to the island, the surface rather, that's when you encounter your first enemies, and that is where the motion controls come into play.
It becomes Dark Souls.
It becomes Dark Souls because the thing about this game's combat mechanics, they implement puzzle solving into the combat itself. So you gotta Because I figured they're thinking that like the common button press that's so lame and boring. We've done that for like literally a lot of games now. Let's make the combat more interesting and take our puzzle solving element of Zelda games and implement it into the combat system. And that's fun and dandy. I actually like that approach, but it comes at the cost of the mush controls at the same time not being the best. Because you have to make vertical slashes or horizontal slashes. You gotta make specific slash movements to whatever the enemy is needing to be killed with. So those piranha plant like enemies, I forgot the actual names of them, but those Dekubabas. Okay, so those Dekubabas could be your first hurdle block because you probably wouldn't understand. Oh, you have to make a horizontal slash to kill it, or a vertical slash to kill this one. Because you gotta observe every enemy to see what kind of puzzle that they're actually demanding. That's also why they give you 6 hearts at the beginning instead of the traditional 3, just to give you a little more pity. So you don't.
I didn't even realize you were at 6 hearts.
Yeah, the game starts you out with 6 hearts. This is the only game in the Zelda franchise to do this. I think it's only done just to purely make up for the fact that you might suck at the combat mechanics, so they give you a little leeway to, they pity you just so you can survive a little longer while mastering the mechanics.
On that note, people saying Nintendo doesn't listen to fans, I want to point to the last 5 mainline Zelda games. Ocarina of Time was great, so they took that and moved on with that. People didn't like that, so they completely changed and went to Wind Waker. People were like, oh man, what's this? You're going a kid's direction? We want realistic. So they go with Twilight Princess, and people are like, what? It's too dark. So they went, okay, we're going to do like a watercolor look instead. And then people were like, this game's too hand-holdy. And then they made Breath of the Wild like the most not hand-holdy game ever.
Yeah. That's interesting. There's like a small subset of Zelda fans that aren't very pleased with everything. And that subset might change between releases as well. So I hadn't actually caught on to that fact, but it was a thing. Yeah, especially the Wind Waker and Twilight Princess ones, actually. Wind Waker specifically. Because,
Here's the $1 million question. What community is worse, Sonic or Zelda?
I mean, if you asked me the question like, I don't know, 10 years ago, I probably would have said Sonic. But
now I say Zelda probably.
Well, not even then, because I feel like now everyone's kind of unified and on the same page about stuff. More or less, sure, because there are a lot of games and a lot of intricacies here and there. But as a general feeling of where the future of the series is going, I think everyone's kind of united. I mean, come on. Being a Sonic fan before Frontiers came out, everyone hated Forces. That was not a controversial opinion.
I thought everybody was unified until I saw the comments on Sonic's official Twitter.
Oh?
It's not good.
On the official Twitter?
Yeah. Or any Sonic Twitter post in general. You've got some fellas out there.
I don't know.
I mean, Frontiers is kind of hit or miss. There are some people that really like it, and there's some people that really hate it.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
If you pay $8, you can be verified on Twitter, so literally anyone that pays $8 and makes this post about Sonic is an official Sonic post.
Somebody did that. And they made their Twitter Nintendo of America and posted a picture of Mario flipping off the camera.
I saw that. Yeah, okay.
No way.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Oh, man.
Someone do something like that with WWE, please.
Okay. Well, I don't know. Maybe this is just me not being fully immersed in the Twitter or Redditor universes. I mainly just stick around with YouTube content creators, seeing what their opinions are like, especially the more well-known ones. Because, they've had a plus 10-year experience with the franchise. And, you know, different people subscribe to different people, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe that's where I come from. That's why I have like these perceptions about the opinions that I look for in any type of game, because I've been listening to somewhat similar opinions for the last 10 years. But right now, we're in the grassland world right now. Yay, grassland. World 1.
The green zone.
The green zone. Actually, the world variety that there is on the surface is kind of barren, actually. There's the grassland, there's the lava land, and there's the desert land, and that's pretty much it.
That's a little boring.
Yeah, a little boring. That means that you're going to have a lot of repeated visits throughout all the lands. Mostly for arbitrary reasons, but whatever. That also means that dungeons are going to share a similar motif, not the same motif throughout the entire thing, but similar motifs with one another. Because, you know, if you have two in the grasslands, that means you're going to have, you know, one reflecting a grassland and the other also kind of reflecting a grassland, just in a different way.
Yeah.
So land variety isn't really there. But at least throughout the multiple revisits, more or less, it's complicated. Because throughout the adventure, you'll be finding new areas within the lands that you've already visited, but also at the same time, they make you revisit the places you've already been to. So it's kind of annoying. Again, my biggest problem with this game is just its pacing. It's absolute garbage about that. Where like roughly 2 hours in almost in this game, and we're still not at the first dungeon. Like, I don't think any other Zelda game has ever done that. Yeah.
That's annoying.
Yeah. Because think about it, like, even the Ocarina of Time, like, you got to the first dungeon, like, in the first 10 minutes or so.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't think of the other ones off the top of my head, but Wind Waker is kind of soon, too, actually, right? Because after the little tutorial section, you went straight to the dungeon. That was, like, the first 20 minutes or so.
Well, Majora's Mask, you take about an hour to get into the first dungeon, so...
Oh, yeah, there was that, yeah.
You have to wait the first 3 days.
Yeah, I forgot about that aspect of Majora's Mask, but whatever. See, right here, if you can tell with the puzzle-like combat, actually. So you have to swing your sword in a direction that the other enemy isn't blocking with the sword.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, so if it's holding it up like that, you can't do an upward slash, or so you got to do a bottom slash or whatever. And you can also implement the shield bash whenever you feel like it.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, that's one aspect that I do like about it, but at the same time, it's more fun on repeated playthroughs. Because first-timers aren't going to necessarily enjoy that. They're kind of used to having, you know, their button pressed, kill the enemy.
Yeah, first-time playthrough, I'd be fucking annoyed with that, and then I'd be like, nope, not playing this anymore.
Yeah, again, this game had a lot of initial problems, but at least some things can be circumvented now. So that's fine. I find the best strategy right now is to do a jump slash, then quickly do a horizontal spin slash. So you don't really have to do the puzzle solving element to it. It doesn't work all the time. But it's super effective and super quick.
If it works, it works.
If it works, it works, right. So, I don't really know why this Goron particularly teaches us what the bird statues are, since we saw a bunch of the bird statues up in Skyloft, so we know that they're places to save our progress. So, I don't know why they make a big deal out of it here. But it's whatever. Whoa.
Weird.
Yeah. And also, it's the same philosophy of like the people on Skyloft don't know that there's a surface beneath the clouds and stuff like that. It's also vice versa with the people living on the surface. They don't know that Skyloft is a thing. So basically, he's coming from the premise of like, what the heck is this thing? It looks like it came from the skies or the heavens or something like that. And since you are a person from the skies, it kind of just, activates upon your touch.
You're God.
Right. Oh yeah, there are bugs in this game just for the sake of collecting stuff. The bugs that you do collect can be used to make stronger potions and all that. I personally don't find any use out of it though.
Okay, I was gonna say, if they're literally there just for the sake of collecting shit, that's annoying.
It's more or less, at least for the way that I see it, because I really don't bother with the upgraded potions and all that. I think I do use like the upgraded heart potions for the final boss and stuff, because the final boss is somewhat challenging. I think that's the only time when I use it, but the only potions that I really do buy are the heart potions and the I forgot what it's called, but it's basically the potion to repair your shield if it's really broken.
Because that makes sense.
It makes sense, right? I mean, come on, this is a land of magic and stuff, so and Nintendo Magic too. So I don't really give it a second thought. Yeah. How can this fat man run so fast?
Check.
See, if you get a good view of this map right here, you can see the major 3 areas of the game. And then when you get into a new area, stuff will be colored out on the map for you to discover. And that'll progressively go along with the story. It's not like you can't access new areas as of right now. It's not like Breath of the Wild or anything like that, unfortunately. Yeah. It's a completely linear game.
Yeah, this game, it's not very open world like at all, is it?
No, this is the last game. It's still following that traditional 3D Zelda game formula, and it was the last game to do so.
Okay.
So, yeah, would you guys say that the Zelda franchise has now fully transitioned to being a open world franchise only?
For right now, at least, I think so, yeah.
For now, yeah, but I think, like, overall, I don't know.
Yeah.
Only time will tell.
Only time will tell, right, because we're recording this before Tears of the Kingdom will launch. I think the playthrough will be in the middle of Tears of the Kingdom's launch, so you can we're good at time traveling, you see.
Yeah.
So you guys in the audience get to see a glimpse of what life was like before Tears of the Kingdom came out.
It was good.
Oh no, I hope that doesn't mean I don't know.
I hope my prediction does not come true, ladies and gentlemen. Don't make it come true.
Get a load of this!
Oh jeez, we're gonna die!
Hello.
Hi.
Hello, Night Owl.
Yeah.
You called him that?
I changed my nickname in the server now.
I see that.
Oh shit! I wasn't sure who it was.
Yeah.
That's Carlos, right?
Yeah.
It should be obvious by the fact that I use my fucking sound.
Hello, person I've never met before.